Welcome back to another video, Rom. I just woke up not too long ago. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't put any effort into getting ready for my videos anyway. I never wash my hair or anything. I kind of just do it as I wake up. Today I'm putting less effort into getting ready for my videos, so I'm not even getting dressed. But I wanted to talk about this because it's getting a bit out of hand now. If you're not a Twitter user, you might have not heard about this, so let me just explain. A couple days ago, Twitter crashed. It didn't really crash, but you would see a message that would say rate limit exceeded. And essentially, Elon Musk went on to tweet, to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we've applied the following temporary limits. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day, unverified accounts to 600 posts a day, new unverified accounts to 300 a day. So essentially it would not let you see tweets, it wouldn't let you see replies, it wouldn't let you see new tweets if you'd exceeded that limit. Now it did say in the tweet temporary. I think a lot of people missed that. A lot of people just assumed this is it. We can only read 600 posts a day. It's over. Some people were defending it by saying, you know, if you read more than 6,000 posts a day, get outside more, touch grass. And then other people were mentioning how fast 6,000 posts go because you don't read every post that you scroll by. You scroll by the majority of them, right? But where I'm getting at is every time Twitter has one of these moments, and it's had a lot while it's been under the management of Elon Musk, I suppose, since he's taken over, there's been quite a few hiccups along the way. Like, multiple things have happened where people have looked at it and gone, this is it, this is the end of Twitter. And if you use Twitter, every single time, you'll have people in your feed saying, hey guys, since Twitter's about to die, follow me on this platform. New social media platforms that I have never heard of that people are moving to. And I've written a list down of all the different social media platforms that I've seen, and I'm going to read them out today. I just want to take a look at them today because there's like 10 platforms here, and there's no fucking... I'd rather just like not be up to date with anyone at this point. If Twitter actually died, I'd rather just have none of these because it's too much. There's way too many. Number 1. BlueSky. BlueSky looks like, from what I've seen at least, an exact clone of Twitter. It looks like it's trying to be Twitter, but without all the bullshit that goes on Twitter. I mean, you could look at this, and you might not even be able to tell the difference between Twitter and BlueSky. The profile pictures, the names, the banners, the posts and replies, like everything is the same. The only thing that gives it away is that it says BlueSky at the top and reposted instead of retweeted. Now I'm going to be giving some user feedback because that is very important when it comes to making a new app, right? First impression feedback, that's more like it because I've not actually installed the app. BlueSky, the name. It's alright. It sounds more like a social media platform that would exist in like iCarly. You know, like how in those shows they don't have iPhones, they have pair phones. They always have something different, right? I feel like that would be a social media platform to exist in a universe like that. It's just with social media platform names like Twitter, it makes sense. You know, Twitter, you're tweeting like a bird, like you're speaking your thoughts, I guess. With YouTube, it's like you are tubing, you're making the videos. Snapchat, I suppose, you're like snapping pictures and chatting, right? With BlueSky, I don't really see where the thing comes into the name. And apparently Jack Dorsey, who created Twitter, or was a part of the original team at least, is involved with BlueSky as well. So it's a growing platform. It feels like the most solid platform that is going to probably take off if any of these actually do. That's the thing. Every time this happens on Twitter, you have people saying, follow me on this platform, follow me on BlueSky. Twitter goes back to normal after a few days, and they all forget about those platforms that they posted. They don't mention it ever again until the next thing happens on Twitter. They just go back to using Twitter. Next up, we have Mastodon. Now, I don't know why the whole theme of this platform and why the name of it is Mastodon in the first place, but that's what they're going for. And you know what? It looks pretty cute from like looking at this picture right here. Apparently, the founder of it likes Twitter and Facebook and wanted it to be an alternative to that. Now, to give my own user like first impression feedback, again, the name. Yo, did you see that picture I put on fucking Mastodon yesterday? Can't really see anybody going up to their friends and going, see what James put on Mastodon yesterday. And a lot of social media platforms, they get shortened, you know, like IG for Instagram or Snap just for Snapchat. I don't know what you would do for Mastodon. Did you see what Jonathan put on the Don? Next up, we have Hive. Now Hive, I actually like the name of this one because think of it. You're like a connected hive. That's pretty cool for a social media platform, right? This one reminds me of more of like a mix of Instagram and Twitter. You've got the banner and the picture that is very Twitter inspired, and then you go further down and it looks like the Instagram layout. But you see how this is getting a little bit out of hand. All these people on Twitter that you follow, one person says, hey, follow me on Hive. This is where I'll be if Twitter dies. Hey, follow me on Mastodon. This is where I'll be if Twitter dies. Hey, follow me on BlueSky. I'm going to be here posting stuff. It's getting a bit out of hand now. It's getting a bit out of hand. And I feel like only one of these can thrive, if any. Because realistically, you cannot expect people to download all these apps. And we're not done, by the way. But you can't expect anyone to download that many apps. Next up, we have Spoutable. It's a bit much in terms of the name, I think. But Spoutable, like many others, looks like its own version of Twitter. So no, you don't have tweets, you have spouts. But again, we already have Twitter. Again, if Twitter does not die, I don't see why too many people would download this version. Maybe some people would, maybe some people would like it. The general population are going to remain on Twitter, and people are not going to move away from Twitter if all their friends are there and whatnot, all the people that they follow and like. Next up, we have Truth Social. I did not know it was made by Donald Trump, but I assume it's because he got banned from Twitter. Again, this platform looks exactly like Twitter. It's modeled after Twitter. It has truths, which are the identical version of tweets, and retruths, which are, you guessed it, retweets. Name of it, it's a bit cringe, can't lie. Truth Social. It's kind of like rubbing it in your face, you know, and it's in the name, it's Truth Social. You know why? Because on all the other platforms, when you say the truth, you get banned for it. Next up, we have Co-host. Yes, the list is not over just yet. We have Co-host. Now, Co-host has a bit more of a unique design in comparison to just ripping off Twitter, but it's another thing where you can post your stuff. And look, what I've really come down to is I am not downloading all of these apps. You'd be lucky to get me to download one of them if Twitter really did implode and everybody just decided on one of these platforms. If you know, one of them was decided and everyone's installing it, fine, I would go there. The majority of them are just trying to be Twitter alternatives, even going after the look of Twitter. So what you end up with is a bunch of platforms that look identical and are trying to do the same thing. And people are not going to download 7 different platforms, and every time they want to say something or update their friends, oh, let me just tweet this, let me just spout this, let me just truth this, and then let me just fucking co-host this bullshit. To tell you the truth, I don't think any of these platforms will thrive that much while Twitter is still alive. Every time one of these hiccups on Twitter happens and people are worried like Twitter's about to shut down, this is the end, they post these websites, but like I mentioned earlier, after a day or two when the issue is resolved on Twitter, that's it. They go back to using Twitter. They forget these platforms ever existed. And I can guarantee you that during the months where nothing's happening on Twitter and people are using it normally, any accounts that these people made on these other platforms are just sitting there collecting dust. They're not being used. And so what it comes down to is people are treating these platforms as just backups. If Twitter does shut down, this is where I'll be, so follow me now just in case. And so that's all these platforms really are right now. They're just backups, fallback options for the day that Twitter shuts down. As a potential user of any one of these platforms, that's what I feel about it. You could argue the same thing is happening in streaming right now. You know, like Twitch is the big one that everyone streams on. YouTube came in, YouTube already has a huge audience, and so people are using that. But then Kick came in, and Kick's doing really well. And then Rumble exists too. I don't really know much about Rumble. The thing with Kick is that a lot of the hype right now with Kick is because a lot of creators are going over to their platform because they're getting contracts, big deals. On top of the fact that Twitch is really fucking themselves over with a lot of the decisions that they keep making. So it isn't just Kick buying creators and making the news all the time like, oh, XQC just got $100 million contract for Kick. It's partially that, but it's also because, again, Twitch is making bad decisions. It's not like Twitch is going well and Kick is just coming in. No, Twitch is making a lot of strange decisions too, which is having an effect on that. But Kick is way too new to be able to say what's going to happen with that platform and Twitch. It's not an easy thing to kill a whole platform and replace it with another one. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you all in my next video.